Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. LeBron dishes to Waiters. Good, and the assist goes to James. Waiters got 5 points so far.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Well, Dion Waiters, a Philly kid, plays with a chip on his shoulder, Clark. Always a ton of confidence.
Yeah, you know, but I like his edge and his chip, but I think sometimes his emotions get the best of him. When he gets frustrated, we've seen it affect his play. And his demeanor on the court. Hopefully that's just a maturation thing with him, because it could derail his potential if he doesn't get it under wraps.
Walker's shot is off. Jumps up. And LeBron throws it down.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. I can feel that. Sending a message.
Yes, sir. A message, and put it on the highlight reel for later.
Biyombo, he's checked in for Jefferson. And Stevenson kicks to Williams. It's tipped. Biyombo. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
You got to love the big buckets.
Oh! Look out! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Vonleh's checked in for Kidd-Gilchrist. It's not very often you can say this about the future. It is looking pretty bright in Charlotte.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you've got to deal with, but right now the Hornets headed in a good direction.
Walker the pass to Biyombo. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Charlotte no good that time either. And here's Cleveland. They're on an 11-3 run. Waiters no luck. Hornets trail by 7.
And for Charlotte, as you said, you know, part of it is feeling good with their direction, but also they should feel good that they actually have a direction after the way the last few years have gone.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, having a direction, as you mentioned, had been a problem with Charlotte because they seemed to change their minds every year about who they were going to be, and they did it for the last decade or so. Now it seems as though the base is solid, and they've got an idea of how they want to build and who they want to build around, and they've got a group that can grow together.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. It was Amundsen. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Marion comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Cody Zeller, a first-round pick back in 2013, 1 year after his brother Tyler Clark was taken in the first round.
You know, that's happened only 2 other times in NBA history, Kevin. The Plumlee brothers, Miles and Mason, also taken in 2012 and 13. Miles drafted by the Pacers back in 2012. And then back in 87 and 88, the Grant twins, Horace and Harden.
Roberts dishes to Vonleh. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejão. For Charlotte, they had shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Miller's checked in for Dion Waiters. No good on the second free throw.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well. Then you go back to draft night in Charlotte, a borderline fan revolt at the draft party after they selected Zeller. He hasn't quite hushed his doubters yet, but some of the bigger names yet to make an impact either. So we'll see how he develops.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Al Jefferson is checked in for Charlotte. Miller, no luck. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Neal. Sean Marion grabs the miss. To the inside. Amundsen. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Amundsen's got his first points of the game.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes...
Here's Neal. They've got Amundsen. Miller is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Marion. And it's Verjao in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. It's Marion with the drive. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
The Cavaliers leading by 13.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Gary Neal was acquired by Charlotte last season at the trade deadline from Milwaukee. The Bucks were looking to go young, and Charlotte was in need of shooters to space the floor for Al Jefferson. So I think that's one that worked for both teams.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Verjao. Love comes in for Louis Amundsen. Waiters, he's checked in for Miller. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
12 seconds of the shot.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
And Neal, at times, Steve, a streaky shooter. His field goal percentage has dropped with every season.
Yeah, some of that is shot selection. He also played, for a lesser team last year after leaving San Antonio, so his looks weren't as open. But, when he gets his feet set at the three-point line, he's still one of the best in the league at knocking him down.
And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Charlotte. The Cavaliers again can't hit. On the wing, Stevenson. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Love, no luck. Hornets trail by 12. Releases from 15. And Stevenson with the basket on the assist by Jefferson. And that's 13 points for Lance Stevenson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Well, the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
Charlotte calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Hornets trail by 8. And it's Walker penetrating. Nobody near Stevenson. No good on the three. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. A fast break now for Charlotte. The kick out to Walker. He feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland. James misses.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Stevenson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game. Kid Gilchrist against James. On the wing, Irving. The good-looking shot from the wing. Irving's got 19 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And Stevenson kicks to Kid Gilchrist. From about 16. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We've watched Jefferson play great basketball. He has 11 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound. He needed to cash in on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kid Gilchrist. That is his first foul of the game. Let's look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's Walker penetrating. Jefferson's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's LeBron. No good off the back of the rim. Poked loose. And stolen by James.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
And it's Walker penetrating. Pass to Jefferson. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he would have liked, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position. Look how well he led him there with that pass.
LeBron drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're in front by 5. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 30 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there. And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. And a wide open look for Irving. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Free from Stevenson. Nails the triple.
Man, how'd he get that thing to go?
When you're hot, you're in fuego.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers.